Welcome to TikTok Live. Have fun interacting with your viewers in real time. Creators must be 18 or older to go live. Viewers must be 18 or older to recharge and send gifts. Remember to create a safe viewing experience by following our community guidelines. We're notifying people that you're live. Bring in your friends while viewers join. People may be on their way. We're letting more people know. Keep interacting as people may pop in at any time. Oh my goodness. Whew. It says to go live on 3 different days. Well, this is day 2. I don't know. I'm learning this. All right. And it has been a long couple of days. I was going to try to go live yesterday, but I can tell you what I did yesterday. So, yeah, it is 10:30 right now. I'm taking some stuff off. Don't mind me. I just want to brush my hair. I want to take my hair out. Oh, it's been a long day. So before I really... Oh my God, that feels so good. Oh, when your hair's been up all day, it's like 10:34 p.m. at night, and I put my hair up at 8:30 in the morning. So to me, to do this and stimulate my hair follicles and my brain and massage it, it feels so good. So good. All right, so let's see. My friend gave me something to do, so I figured I would do it. Let me figure out what she said. Let's go into my personal one, right? Let's see. Now you're interacting as Sherry Pino. Let's see. Here we go. I'm in like so many different like groups too, so I don't know if it was in there, but I was trying to save it. Hold on. I'll get to it in a second. Alright, so she wants me to ask ChatGPT to write an unhinged bio about myself using everything it knows. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into ChatGPT and I'm going to ask it a question. About myself. Let's see what it says. Let's see. I'm going to put Sherry Pino, not Cheryl Pino, and see if it still says the same thing. I am the same individual deep down. This is what it says. I hope I asked it right. I just said, it says, ask ChatGPT to write an unhinged bio about Sherry Pino, knowing everything it knows. Hold on. Write an unhinged bio about Sherry Pino. First, it tells you I don't have any reliable information about a real person named Sherry Pino. So I'm not going to make up claims about an actual individual. But I can give you completely fictional, unhinged, legend-style bio for this name. All right, so let's see what it is. Sherry Pino does not so much exist as she does manifest at inconvenient times, like a software update you didn't agree to, but somehow already installed itself in your life choices. She widely believed by no credible sources whatsoever to have once stared down a malfunctioning self-checkout machine until it apologized. The machine has not misbehaved since. Her schedule is rumored to be oh my goodness, I don't know how to pronounce this word. Euclidean? Non-Euclidean. Euclidean. We will look that word up with chat. Tuesday sometimes arrives early just to avoid her. Emails marked urgent mysteriously become resolved if she glances at them too intensely. Sherry Pino speaks fluent sarcasm, semi-fluent silence, and advanced "I already handled it" before anyone asked her to. Her hobbies include reorganizing probability, intimidating broken printers into compliance, and knowing things she was never told. Some say she leaves a faint trail of corrected spelling errors and improved decision-making wherever she goes. Others say she's just very good at walking away from nonsense at exactly the right angle. No one knows where she lives. Attempts to map her location result in a mild existential crisis and a coupon for something you didn't know you needed. If you encounter Sherry Pino, remain calm. She already knows what you're about to say, and she's politely choosing to let you finish anyway. So that is the unhinged fictional story of myself. Interesting. Host creates an unhinged bio about Sherry Pino. Yes, it's spelled Sheri, and the last name is Peno, like Peno, but it's pronounced Pino. I know you try to spell it like Pinot Grigio. So basically, I'm staring down a malfunctioning self-checkout machine until it apologizes for pronouncing my name incorrectly. All right, what was this word we wanted to look up? What? All right, here we go. Let's look at this word. All right, non-Euclidean is a math/geometry term that basically means doesn't follow the usual rules of flat space. I don't think I usually follow the rules in general when I'm doing something I want to do. In normal Euclidean geometry, the kind you learn in school, space behaves predictably. Just so you know, I had a D in geometry. I would actually have to get dropped off early at like 7 o'clock in the morning to go to a tutoring class for geometry. However, I did make it all the way to trigonometry. So parallel lines never meet. The angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Space is flat and consistent. In non-Euclidean geometry, those rules get bent or replaced. Two main kinds: spherical geometry, like on the surface of a globe, straight lines eventually meet. Triangle angles add up to more than 180 degrees. Hyperbolic geometry, saddle-shaped space, many parallel lines can pass a single point. Triangle angles add up to less than 180 degrees. Why people use it in unhinged writing. In fiction and internet humor, non-Euclidean, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, gets used loosely to suggest something impossible to map or understand. That is definitely me. Warped reality bending and or confusing in a cosmic way. Yes, that is me too. Like spaces in horror stories. I don't like horror stories, but I understand the spaces. Hallways that don't connect right. Rooms that change shape, etc. That's why it shows up in unhinged bio-style writing. It gives a vibe of reality behaving incorrectly, which is me, even if nothing literally geometric is happening. So did you understand that? Okay. You responded back, creating an unhinged bio using geometry to describe themselves. Yes, that's what we just did. All right, so, today is my Friday because I have tomorrow off, but then I go back to work Saturday and Sunday, and then I have May the 4th be with you. All right, so let me tell you, the reason I didn't get on yesterday is because I went to work. When I got out of work, I went for my very first Thai massage deep tissue therapy. Okay? So if you don't know, I am in physical therapy, massage therapy, going to a lot of doctor's appointments, and trying to get my body back to some baseline, right? My range of motion is slowly coming back. My foot is healing. I'm starting to feel a little bit clearer, but I can go over that as well. So basically, I don't know. I could post this on Let's Talk. Yeah, you never know. Anyways, so I went to a Thai massage. I did the Thai massage because one, it's more cultural, and sometimes I like that it's different. There really is no talking. She gets right in there and she literally gets on top of you. So she's I'm 99 pounds. I'm 200, you know what I mean? And so she tells me to lay down, and this is my first deep tissue Thai massage. My first time meeting her was a week prior, and I did the shoulders, neck, and I did a head massage, and we kind of got acquainted. When I did that, she got into the bed with me and kind of wrapped herself around me and was digging in with her elbows into my shoulder blades. It was just a different form of massage therapy. So, and I enjoyed it. So I scheduled the deep tissue because I have a lot of knots, right? And it's keeping me from having a range of motion, stretching, being able to bend. So I did that yesterday, and she had me lay on my stomach. So I'm laying on my stomach, and then she crawls on top of me and is using her kneecaps and her elbows as she's crawling on my back and my calves. So her knees are going into my calves and my thighs, and then her elbows are going into my back, and she's crawling up my back and back and forth. It was a full body massage. So she does the reflexology as well. And so yeah, so I did that, and then I said to her, I said, when should I schedule my next Thai massage therapy? She's like, well, you need to give your body a rest, so you might need to wait 2 to 3 weeks. And I said, oh, so I can't come next week. I was ready to go, next week, next Wednesday, book me, right? Nope. She's like, it's your body, it needs to heal. So I'm like, okay. So I come home and I tell my husband, and I was like, oh yeah, when she was using her elbow into my thigh, my upper thigh, I was like, and she was like, how long you been waking up and getting up hurt? I said, for years. She said, I can tell. I was like, oh God, somebody who understands me. So anyways, I did that. I go back 2 weeks to do that. And then my husband and I had to go to Walmart because we had to get dog food for our dog. Same time, we also had to get food for the house. That was at 8 o'clock at night last night, and he can barely walk because his sciatic has been messing with him. So he hasn't been able to play basketball for 4 friggin' weeks. And it's like, oh my God, he's like dragging his leg, dragging his leg. I'm trying to think of what movie. Oh, Kaiser Sosa. There you go. Whichever movie that one was. He reminds me of the cripple that was trying to walk, but he wasn't really a cripple. You know what I mean? I forget the name of it. Anyways, he watches it all the time. And anyways, that's how he was in Walmart. And then it's like we finally get what he needs, gets what the dog needs, and then he's like, oh, I forgot to tell you, we only have 4 eggs left because we had breakfast for dinner the night before. Well, doesn't it surprise you that the friggin' eggs are at the very end of the aisle? Back of the store. We have to re-walk back there. Mind you, I am like, my feet are hurting. I'm starting to limp. Mind you, I also have a bad foot because I just recently had a biopsy and found out that I have psoriasis. So I can barely walk. I went to work. I had a Thai deep tissue massage. And now I'm here at Walmart food shopping, walking across all of these friggin' aisles. And now I have to turn around. Once I get to the checkout line, I have to turn around and walk all the way to the end of the friggin' Walmart to get some eggs. It was worth it because the eggs were not as expensive at the local grocery store that I go to. So I was like, okay. And then came home, had to cook dinner. Cook dinner, put groceries away. And then I was just at that point was literally tired, and then got into bed and started working on my YouTube shorts. Yeah. Then today I went to work and we went to dinner it was my first time at the Matunuck Atelier, which is a new restaurant in town. It's an upscale restaurant. So we went with business colleagues, and that was a professional dinner. And then from there, came home and started working on my blog about the full moon in May. So we have 2 full moons in May. One is on May 1st, the flower moon, and the other one is on May 31st, the blue moon. And they're both considered micro moons. And so I had to finish putting that blog together, and I got that out. And once I got it out, I had to cross-post it to all my sites. And then but at the same time, in order to finish the blog, I had to go back to my Dear Dreamcatcher letter regarding the moon. And it's, what did I say it was? See, at this point, it's like 10:51. I promised you to come on here, so you gotta give me a break, you know what I mean? Let's see. May moon speak, transformation, and expansion. So in order to finish the blog, I had to go and do my shorts from my full video on the moon for this month. And then because it was raining this morning, pretty much it rained until just about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Every time it rains, I post one of my Envision Dream packable windbreakers. I'm like, geez, if I like show it to you, is like TikTok gonna be mad at me? You know, it's like, hello, I've got them right here. So, yeah. And I've been trying to figure out how to stay on here a little bit longer than 10 minutes. I'm trying to do the lives because it says to go live on 3 separate days. I can do the 10-minute video, or I can do the live. I can do whatever I want, really. All right. What else did I do? Oh, so I did that post. But then it's like when you start doing it, you're trying to think about how do I use my brain creatively? And so then I went into my Canva and then I was like, ooh, I can create this, and this. But then I said to myself, you know what, Sherry? Just focus on what you were going to get done for today. And then tomorrow, if you want, you can either just enjoy the day to yourself, or you can create a little bit and make some of your Canva things if you want. So that's kind of where I'm at. So one thing I do have to tell TikTok is it would be nice if you could tell me how long I've been on this live. Yeah. So now in order for me to know how long I've been on this live, I have to go to my computer and I have to look myself up onto TikTok. Here we go. What's it say? Profile. And it shows that I'm live. That's all it does. It shows that I'm live. I'm going to click on it. And once I click on it, it tells me that I've been on live 21 minutes and 32 seconds. So how come I can see it on the bottom of the screen on my computer, but I can't see it on the bottom of my screen on my cell phone? I mean, I'm just asking the question. Like, am I not that smart? Like, am I that blind? Like, why do you not have a clock that shows someone who's going live how long they've been on live for? Are you supposed to be like the casino? Like, you don't want people to know what time it is because you just want them to keep playing? Is that it? Is that what you're doing, TikTok? I'm having a real conversation with you, TikTok. I really want to know. I really, really, really do. Like, why would you not want people to know how long they've been on the live? I don't know. I'm just wondering. You're the one who created the live. You're the one who wanted people to go live. You're the one who said to me, hey, Sherry, you now are eligible to go live. Not only are you eligible to go live, but I'd like you to go live 3 separate days. That's my goal. 3 separate days. So technically, if I go live for 3 separate days, does that mean just 1 minute? Does that mean 3 minutes? 5 minutes? Like, I don't know. I'm just asking the question. It would be nice to know how long I'm on live with you. Now, listen. I will give you the benefit of the doubt. I see the time as far as it's 10:56 p.m. on my cell phone, but it's not counting how much time. Like, when I go over to my computer, it now says 23 minutes and 32 seconds. Now, another thing that I'd like to bring up to you, TikTok, is that I would like to bring up the fact that this is not user friendly for me. Like, I can see, all right, I can push the end button, but yesterday or the day before, excuse me, when I was on live, I was trying to go back and read some of the messages, and every time I did, I would freeze, and then it'd take a picture, and then there'd be a line, and then I was frozen. I could still talk, but yet I was frozen to you people, and I'm sitting here like, how do I get back? And every time I try to swipe left or swipe right or swipe up, TikTok would then go off my phone, and then I had to open it back up. So I'm just sitting here like, okay, maybe I just go live and just not touch anything. And I'm so sorry if I'm not interacting with people that are posting or putting up comments because I can't read them, and they move too fast and I can't hit stop so I can take my time to read them. So I'm just asking these questions. Like, are there different levels to live? are there? And if there are, how would one know how to do it? I know there's a TikTok studio. I hit TikTok studio on my front page and it brought me to, oh, I can go live. I'm new to this. I am new to this. I'm not new to making lip syncing songs of myself, but I am new to all of this live stuff. You know? It's just a question. I mean, the other day when I was talking about like recommending a product, oh my God, Sherry, you can't do that because you didn't do it through the TikTok shop. How do I get on the TikTok shop? How? How do I promote a product on the TikTok shop? Please encourage me. Yeah. It's just questions for you, TikTok. Seriously. Well, this is a mug that I make. It's called Complicated Beauty. See the beauty through the chaos. Oh, what? Is that against the rules? To show you something I did? I don't know. It's a whole new world. What else? So basically, I'm going to try to get off once I hit 30 minutes, and then I will have completed 2 separate days of going live. I have not invited co-hosts to join. I haven't invited guests to join. I only do that if people are like, hey, pick me, let me join, tell me you want to join, I'll add you. You know, I don't mind doing that kind of stuff. But I'm not going to just randomly pick you. Unless you really, truly want me to, you know. Let's see. So for the month of April, we are going to be ending the month of April in 1 hour. Which would mean we're still on track for Q2. And we're moving into May. Hello, hello. How you doing? It says refresh in 59 minutes and 56 seconds for your daily ranking. But it does not tell you how long you've been on live. You're fine? That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on my live. I have no idea what I'm doing. Sometimes I think that maybe I should just go on live just to tell people like what my day involved. But then I have to be careful of what I talk about because of the type of work that I do. So, and God forbid you hurt somebody's feelings that you know when they watch the live. It's like, oh my God. So I'm glad TikTok and I had this little conversation, and I hope you take into consideration what I'm talking about. I really do think that it would be a good idea. It's good to be careful, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I may perceive things one way, but another individual may perceive it a different way. And again, it's sometimes all about how it's perceived. And I'm not out to hurt other people intentionally. You know, it's not malicious or anything. It's just sometimes people portray how they feel inside. And they hear what I'm saying and they just automatically think I'm talking about them. And so it's just like, and then it's just like, drama. And I'm just, and then of course there's like HIPAA laws and rules and regulations. And so you got to be careful of all that, right? So when I do give stories of my day, I sometimes have to think about what I'm saying to protect other individuals, but to also protect myself. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like Now it says I've been on here 29 minutes and 58 seconds. How was my day today? It was it was actually very good. I enjoyed going to the restaurant, the upscale restaurant. The reason I say at Leah is because it's called Matunic Atlia, but on the menu it actually breaks it down, and trying to figure out how to pronounce it, but it's a new upscale restaurant where I live, and we went for a professional dinner. I saw a few people that I knew in there. Actually, one of my old bosses was in there at the bar, or the sushi bar, with his wife, and the owner was in there, which is friends with my husband. I saw him, told him my husband said hello, brought home some homemade lobster rolls. Everything was like pretty much like Japanese and seafood, and the meats were from Japan. So it was just, it's a different style for an old school rural area. It was really nice. It was really nice. The dessert was really nice. The food was really nice. I brought my husband home some food. Actually, yeah. I did enjoy my day. I really did. And when I came home, I went to work on my second job, which is everything else I do. I have websites and blogs and recommendations. Thank you for following me. I really appreciate it. So, what do you do? I see the word divine in the name. You're a student. Okay. I would take it you're a college student? What's your major? My major was in business administration. I went to business school straight from high school, and I quit when I got pregnant, right before I got my certificate. And then I went back to college. I went to the community college when I was 27 after I had 3 children. And then I got in a car accident and had a fusion, a cervical fusion in my neck. And when I recovered from the cervical fusion, I went back to college, but this time I went to the University of Rhode Island, and I went on to get my bachelor's in business. So I did not get my certificate in business, but I got my associate's in business and my bachelor's in business, and I have not gone back to get my master's. You don't know what's the meaning of a major? You said you're in school and you're in college, so are you taking gen eds? Or have you decided that you want to be a physical therapist, a doctor, a lawyer, sales and marketing, financial accountant. You study geology. Ooh, very interesting. Is that in America or overseas? I have not collected my master's. I've gotten my associates and then my bachelor's. My master's, to get my master's or PhD, I'd have to go back. What's going on? Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. You're still in Nigeria, but you're planning on going outside to study. Okay. Well, you have a great um, subject. Geology is great. So the funny thing about today was during my lunch hour, I had to go to physical therapy. They're working with me on my range of motion, right? And at first, we thought that I was premenopausal and they weren't sure if I was going to have frozen arm. Thank God I don't. So that's a good thing. So I'm in physical therapy, and the great thing about it is that like everyone in there knows me. So one of the physical therapists, he's like, "Oh, how you doing today?" I said, "Oh, good." And then I said, "I think I met your mom the other day." And then I asked him his last name, and he was like, "Yeah, that's my mom. She came home and she showed me a picture of you." And I was like, "Oh my God, yeah, that's her. She comes to physical therapy." And so he's going to continue on to get his PhD with physical therapy. And then I had a resident that came in and they're like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, I'm just, sales and marketing, physical therapy. And then, of course, like the driver was there, and a couple of the physical therapists that are there went to school with his kids. And then one of the physical therapists who are in training actually used to work where I am a director at. And so she was in her clinicals. "Hey, Cheryl, how are you?" Now I'm laying down, I'm doing my workout like I'm supposed to, and in walks my husband. And I started laughing and I blushed a little bit because my husband's also going to physical therapy right now for his sciatic. And they put us on the beds right next to each other, and it was hysterical. Like everybody in physical therapy was laughing. They were like, they put you two next to each other, and they were like, "What is this, a physical therapy date?" And I was like, "I guess so." I was like, I had no idea what my husband's physical therapy schedule is. At the same time, he doesn't know what my physical therapy schedule is either. We just both know that we go to physical therapy at the same place. And there was this older gentleman, I mean older like senior citizen, on the bed, another bed next to me. And I was like, "Yeah, it's interesting how when you get older, dates are, doing laundry, going grocery shopping, going to PT." And he started laughing, and I thought that was hysterical. And then we were all kind of laughing. I don't know, we just all had a great day at, physical therapy during lunch hour. That's, what it was. So, well, thank you everybody for Yeah, it was nice. It was nice, and it was nice to connect with everybody. It was just multi-generational too. And we were all in a good mood, and well, we're all in a good mood at that moment, but yet we're all hurting, which is why we're at physical therapy. It's kind of like cliche. Let's see here. I've been on here for 40 minutes and 19 seconds. Well, if you don't know, the only reason I'm saying that is because TikTok does not show you how long you've been on live. Like, for instance, the last time I actually looked at what time it was, it said 10:55. Now it says 11:13, but it doesn't show me how long I've actually been on live. So I'm asking TikTok why on my cell phone I can't see how long I've been on live, and like when I go to look at myself on my computer as like a patron, it tells me in the lower left corner how many minutes I've been on live. Isn't that interesting? And nobody else has brought this up to TikTok? Like, I am baffled that nobody else brought this up to TikTok. Yeah. Yeah. So, who knows? The great thing about social media and these TikTok things is that there's always room for improvement. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not okay with improving things like left and right and like 800 times like in a week. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as we get used to one feature, you then change it to the next feature, and then that's the big thing. And oh my God, if you want to get followers or if you want to get noticed, you got to do it this way. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let me get used to how this all works. So, those are just my 2 cents. And now they have coins. You can get coins. Like, I obviously have not been on TikTok enough to know what they have. I guess I need to create a shop or do a shop in order to like promote some of my stuff. So, like, I appreciate you all learning how to do TikTok with me. I do the simple videos. I hit a button and I sing to music. Let's just see my profile right here. Back, 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 back. Back, 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 back. No, not right now. Nope. Most people do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Eventually I will, but right now I got to figure out how to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not on TikTok enough. I'll get there. Oh, maybe you can teach me. You can teach me. They just want more people to spend more time on live. Yeah, like the casinos. They want you to spend more time playing. Oh, you're still coming up too? You're not making money either? I bet you can if you're doing geology. Just go outside. Show us the ground. That soil. Everything speaks. You know what I mean? Jelly bean? Everything has energy too. You're working towards it. Well, whatever I learn, I'll let you guys know. And I'll let you know if I do start making money on TikTok. It would be interesting to find out if I ever do. You never know. I don't think I go on it enough. I don't think I use the what they're promoting enough. Like, I love using it as a tool, but in order for me to be creative, I have to be creative in Sherry way, not in TikTok way. However, I have to collaborate with TikTok in order to do what I want to do. You know? I will, believe me, I will. I'll let you know. I'm sure there's plenty of people out here that ends up watching this video being like, hey, mama girl, I've been making money for a couple of years now, and this is how you do it. So, well, first of all, I don't mind dropping advice on any app, but every day, that depends on my, what do you call it, schedule and what I have to do. I have a lot of things going on. So right now, my plan is to go on live to learn how to do live. And it has asked me to go live 3 times, but not just 3 times, on 3 separate days. And so this week we are on day 2 of going live. So eventually, if I figure it out and I can maneuver through it without them making any quick ball change, then I could possibly go on daily. I'm not making excuses. I'm just doing conversation, you know. When next time you will be live? Oh my goodness. You want me to come on here every day, and now you want to know when I'm going to go live next? I don't know. It says I have to go live 3 days, maybe possibly tomorrow. But I'm manager on duty on Saturday and Sunday, so that'll be tough. But I can possibly do it tomorrow, but who knows? I don't know. You'll have to follow me and just, like, I don't know. Don't they do notifications to let you know when I'm live? And then that's the other thing. When you do finish being live, where does it go? How do you get it? How do you save it? Thank you. I appreciate it. I do a lot of, like, lip singing videos and stuff. But I have to figure out how to find my live once I've ended my live. That's one of my challenges, because it's not like it goes like it's not like you upload it onto your platform. So yeah, it has been so fun talking to you, and I love your advice and your help, but I really am going to now get off the live because I've been on here for 49 minutes and 20 seconds, and now I have to figure out how to turn it off and then download it or find it again. Hope to see you at my next live. Enjoy your day, your evening. Thank you. Good night, Divine. Oh, hold on. How do I do this?